Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. You saw it in the thumbnail, you see it in the title. 2025 Ford Maverick. Is it the new truck for the contractor? Now, if you're in the brick masonry business, if you're a framer, you haul heavy loads, it's not going to be for you. But if you are any number of other service based businesses or even contracting, such as handyman, uh, electrical service, heating and air conditioning service, even though that one might be a little bit of a stretch, it can happen. Appliance repair, home inspection, a shop runaround truck, something, a punch list guy. In new construction, we have someone that does the punch list items. These are the small things that people find wrong when they, move into a house, or small warranty items. Perfect truck for that. When you're looking at the MPGs that it offers, the flexibility, the tech, and now with the hybrid all-wheel drive, that might just be for you, especially over those long trips. Now, I think for a truck that's going to get beat on every single day, used in the service fleet of a company or even in contracting, that maybe the 2.0 is the way to go, so that as you get a lot of miles on these, you might not want to stand the risk of battery maintenance or battery replacement. Just the thought. I could be wrong on that, just my opinion. So the first thing that comes to mind is, can I use this truck in my business? Now, if you remember a video where I talked about why we were not buying the Ranger Raptor, I told you in that video that I couldn't fit it into our company with the way it was. It was almost $60,000. It's a mid-sized truck, and at 60,000, I can buy a larger truck to do more with it. Also, a Ranger Raptor is not exactly a work truck; it's a fun haver. You go out and do fun stuff with it. You off-road. It's a different type vehicle. But I had to order one, and then life changes, and it didn't fit for us personally. And I said, well, can I still do it for the business? But I can't, because it just didn't fit. A Maverick's a different story. Now we're talking about starting at, the high 26,000 range plus destination, roughly $1,700-$1,800 for that. Let's just say 2,000. You're starting off at about a $29,000 MSRP. That's a different story financially than paying 60 for just a little bit bigger truck. But obviously, even if you're dealing with a Ranger XLT, you're going to not pay 60. Maybe it's going to be high 40s, but still, we're talking a truck starting out, before you do all the fees and everything at your dealer, starting out about 29,000. Now that's for an XL. So what we're doing in this video today, we're going to go to Ford's build-in price. I will let you know that if you go to Ford's build-in price for the Maverick right now, you have to click on future vehicles, because it is in the future vehicles area. You just can't go to the regular build-in price and find it. So let's go ahead and share the screen here. When we're talking work truck, typically you could do an XLT, but typically we're talking XL. So you start at the XL, and you can see right here on Ford's website, 26,295, and that's going to be plus the destination. Now that's for the 2.5 hybrid engine. If we go 2.0 or 26,295, same price. So anyway, let's do the 2.0 EcoBoost. We might do a different video for a hybrid, maybe even play around, but this video is going to get long if we don't get started. So let's get going. You own a company, and this might even be small deliveries. I'd say small deliveries. I mean, you can't deliver, full home, furniture and houses and things, but cabinetry, auto parts. Like I said before, home inspection, electrical service, HVAC service. That one might be pushing a little bit, but it can happen. I know. Punch list, supervisor's truck, runaround shop truck, surveyor. All of this stuff kind of fits into, is this the truck for the modern day contractor, because of the initial costs to buy it, and also the maintenance, and for the MPGs. So that's the biggest thing. We're looking at what is it going to cost? How much capital is it going to take? The cost of ownership, and part of that ownership is the fuel mileage. So I think starting here, let's start with the Oxford White. You can see there's Oxford White. I don't want to get caught up in the colors. A new color for this year is Eruption Green. That's pretty cool. But I think for the work truck, the perfect say canvas to start with, especially if you're going to letter it. Even if you're going to wrap it, I think the Oxford white is the way to go. So let's skip past all the colors. Let's get right into it. Now, I checked the box initially 2.0 EcoBoost. I just want to go this way. Um, All-wheel drive included. Remember, new for 25 is all-wheel drive with the hybrid. You couldn't get that before, but now you can. But we're going to go with the 2.0 on this. So the transmission, this has the 8-speed automatic transmission. That's included. Remember, this is a work truck. We're not going to go crazy with the options. I just want to build this out. So if you're looking for that truck to replace one of your aging vehicles, or if you're in a growing situation, you're looking to add, you want a new vehicle, you want the reliability, you want the warranty aspect of it, but you don't want the cost. Let's keep going with this here. Now, XL, you have the 102A equipment group that's included. Um, if we click on the 100A, let's see what that does for us. That says add the 2.5 the hybrid engine and remove the 2.0. So, and net price change minus $1,020. That's interesting, isn't it? So you might want to consider, and depends on how long you keep your vehicles. If you're talking 3 years to 5 years, maybe hybrid's not an issue. But if you're going to age it out, and you're going to just run this thing to death and beat it in the ground for 10 years, which is a long time in the work truck world. But if you're going to run it for as long as you can, I don't know, make the decision. 2.0, 2.5 hybrid. I'm going with 2.0 on this one. The 101A for the XL, see what that does. It says add to 2.5 hybrid, get rid of it. So we're not going to do that as well. And that's net price change of plus $1,200. So let's just keep it where we're at, the XL 102A. Now, part of this is this group. I think with the work truck, you're getting Oxford white, you're getting the Steelies on it, nothing special there. Packages included Ford Copilot 360 technology, which is good to help employees out so they don't, kind of cause you some insurance claims. 4K towing package, depends on what you're doing. Let's see what this does to anything else if we add it. Add the Ford Copilot 360 1.0 net price change. Let's go ahead and go with it because there's a really good chance that you're going to need that towing. Also, if you're going to weigh this truck down and keep a constant load in it, I don't mean the occasional hauling from here to there, just overall camper shell and inventory and tools. I'd say beefing the truck up a little bit's the way to go. So let's go ahead and do that and see what that does for us. All right, so we have on the exterior, have 17-inch steel wheel with the sparkle silver painted covers. On the tires, we have 225/65 R17s. That's included. We're going to stay that. Now, bed liner, tough bed spray in delete. That's included. See what this does for us here. Well, not doing anything because it's included. So we're not looking for the tonneau covers on there. The bed crossbars. Let's keep this simple. We're looking at maybe a camper shell on this. Depends on what type of work you do. If you're in the service business, likely camper shell, work shell. If you are in, just straight contract and building punch list, punch list truck, you probably have a camper shell too, but maybe small deliveries, you're not going to likely have a camper shell on it. So the bed liner spray in, let's see what this does for us here, if it makes any changes. And yes, $495, we can get the spray in bed liner. We definitely need that. Helps keep everything sliding around, protects the truck. We're not going to do any of that modular on that. Bed extender, yeah, that's something $370. You could definitely do that later. Cargo management system, mounted bed crossbars. Not doing that. Keep it kind of simple. But remember, this video could get really long if we checked all of these. But I think what's going to happen is I'm going to do several Maverick videos. This one is for the sole intent to see how we can get a truck that's capable without all the bells and whistles and all the options, and see how cheap we can make it out the door. When I say cheap, dollar-wise, Let's see the best truck we can get for the least amount of money. Keyless entry, not worried about that. Engine block heater. This is uh, depends on where you're located. Obviously, up north, north, not even northwest, but just really north, northeast. Definitely up in Canada. This is probably a big deal to you. Southeastern part of the United States, it's not a must. Although I've ordered it on other vehicles that I own, I just did it because it was less than $200. But on this one, hey, remember, I'm trying to save some coins, so I'm not going to do it. And there are a lot of options. We notice the Maverick when you're doing the building price. I mean, you have a lot of options on here, just a lot of little things. Oh, let's see. Trailer hitch receiver 4-pin connector. Let's see if we can add that without it changing anything else. And there again, change is required. Adding trailer hitch receiver with 4-pin connector also requires the following change. Remove 4K towing package. So we're going to say no to that. It's a strange thing. You see something you like and you have to then lose something that you really, really want over something that would be nice to have. You're not going to do it typically. Wheel locks. Hey, I guess if somebody wants to steal these, they'll take them, but probably depends on where you live type thing. Tailgate lock, front license plate bracket. Hopefully, this doesn't change anything. Depends on the state that you're in, whether you require a license plate on the front of the vehicle or not. Mini spare. Let's see, interior black onyx, not a big deal. That's the good looking interior there. Say good looking color match that they did. I really do like that, but really good looking interior. Interior options, safe deposit box, $530. Depends if you're carrying cash with you, maybe. Console vault. We're going to skip all that. There again, trying to keep this as cheap as possible. Floor liners, front, rear without carpet mats. Let's add these. Definitely need the floor mats. Not a problem. All the other stuff we're not going to do. All right, so here we go. There's a picture of the Maverick that we're building for our XL for our company. Let's see. And you start looking at the packages, the Ford Pilot 360, 795, 4K towing, 745, spray and bed liner, 495. We did add that. Floor liners, front and rear, 135. So we have a base MSRP on this truck at $26,295. We have $3,190 in options, destination charges. I said 17 or 1800 earlier. It's 1595 here. Acquisition fee, 695. It's kind of new. I don't remember seeing that. Total MSRP, 31,775. For the cost of vehicles today, this is, in my humble opinion, the way to go. When you look at the type of trucks that we have, I mean, you're going to spend 40,000 plus. We're looking at a 150 right now, F-150 crew cab with the Coyote out the door with discounts right now. Ford's offering some rebates. The dealer's offering some rebates. So basically about $48,000 out the door. I'm saying, and it's 4-wheel drive, 4-door. So it's cool. It's perfect for us. But that's if you're trying to buy 2 or 3 of these things, you're going to start to get really expensive really quick. What if you don't need a truck that big? You don't want the V8. Of course, you can get the 2.7, you can get the 3.5 with towing, but let's just say you want the 2.7, but in a truck that size with carrying a load, I mean, do you want the 2.7? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I think when you look at the total cost, looking at the money aspect of it, the $31,000 is not bad. And if you can make the physical size of the Maverick work for you, I think it is the perfect truck for the contractor, the service company. And when I say contractor, I mean doing the light work. Obviously, we're not towing big trailers. We're not, taking our towing our Bobcat around, or a trailer full of block or concrete or whatever. I mean, that's a Super Duty territory, and maybe even a 150. But this is for all the other aspects. Perfect delivery truck. So I think that the 2025 Maverick XL is the way to go. You see the video with the 2.0. We're probably doing with the hybrid on that. See what you think. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you're going to buy one to drive it for everyday use, I definitely want to know. Or if you're buying one for your company or for work or whatever you're buying it for, I'd love to know why you're buying it, which trim you're picking, and which way did you option it out. That's critical. Is it, did you option it out because you wanted all that's, all the options? You wanted everything that you picked, or it was nice to get it because you could afford it? Because right now, with interest being what it is, the printing of money and going crazy with all that, the inflation that we have, cost of vehicles is outrageous. Cost of financing is still outrageous. And the cost of everything else is up too. So it kind of affects the available capital that you have to then put back into your company. So there you go, 31,000. Love to know what you think. If you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe on our video. Definitely appreciate you watching our videos. And we actually really appreciate when you subscribe to our channel. Click on that little bell icon for all notifications. Check out the next Maverick video, which will be coming up in a few days. But thanks for watching.